Hey everyone! Thanks so much for popping in today to join this session. Today, I really want to show you exactly how to turn one single long interview, webinar, or podcast into a whole month's worth of social content without totally losing your mind in the process. If you've ever spent hours recording something valuable only to feel completely stuck on what to do with it next, then trust me, this entire session is specifically for you. I'm Chloe, and I run the content operations over at Vizard, where I genuinely live for repurposing recordings into snackable, native social clips that actually get watched by a wide audience. So, let's quickly outline what we'll cover to give you a clear roadmap for the next few minutes. We'll start by discussing why those long recordings are actually an absolute goldmine of untapped potential for your brand. Then, we'll dive into the most common headaches and bottlenecks that people consistently hit immediately after finishing a big recording session. Following that, I'll present a simple, repeatable repurposing framework that you can copy and paste into your own workflow right away. We're also going to break down 3 distinct, repeatable video formats that you can create incredibly fast with minimal editing skills required. And finally, I'll walk you through the practical steps on how to actually make those polished assets without needing to be a professional editor. To top it off, I'll sprinkle in some real-world tips on the best CTAs, platform specifics, and the ideal distribution cadence so you make content that actually performs. Okay, so first up, why should you even bother with this whole process? Simply put, every platform out there now heavily rewards creating native, watchable content that feels organic to the feed. The reality is that most people scroll silently on their phones and they are not clicking through long links unless they are super invested in your topic. This means short, text-forward videos that work perfectly fine without any sound at all get significantly more feed time and overall reach. And on top of that crucial point, just one single hour of thoughtful, deep conversation contains dozens of genuinely shareable moments. These moments include strong opinions, surprising statistics, short how-to explanations, or even just funny, relatable lines that are perfect for snack-sized posts. But let's talk honestly about the barriers I hear from creators all the time when they face this mountain of content. The most common complaints are, I don't know how to use complex editing software, subtitles take way too much time, and I can't find the good bits. Another set of issues involves not wanting to spam my followers with the same thing, and just generally not being sure which specific platforms I should even post on. These are all incredibly classic, understandable challenges that we are absolutely going to tackle head-on right now. First and foremost, I need you to understand that you absolutely do not need Premiere Pro, and you definitely do not need to have any prior editing experience. Most traditional editing tools are either too powerful, and therefore too complex, or they are far too basic to efficiently clip highlights for social media. That is precisely where purpose-built tools like Vizard come into play, as it is specifically designed for creators who want to squeeze maximum value out of long-form recordings. Vizard's artificial intelligence can find those viral potential moments for you automatically. Then it auto-edits them into ready-to-post clips. After that, you can schedule those clips across all your various platforms with built-in cadence controls to keep your posting consistent. It's not really magic. It's simply technology that has been smartly engineered specifically for this exact use case. Before we get tactical with the execution, let's take a quick note on strategy. You must decide what you ultimately want to achieve with each piece of content. Is your main goal to drive overall video views, or are you trying to push targeted traffic to a specific landing page or the full episode link? This primary objective directly determines the entire structure and the necessary call to action for every single short clip you produce. Clips focused on video views should be awareness first, snackable, and should not include any hard links in the caption. Clips aimed at traffic, however, need to be short, punchy, and include a very clear directional call to action. Both of these approaches are perfectly fine strategies, but you must pick one goal per clip to maintain focus. Now let's dive into the simple repurposing framework that I personally keep intentionally straightforward, because complexity is what kills all momentum. Step 1 is to transcribe the entire recording, because searchable text is the absolute gold standard for content discovery. Step 2 involves highlighting about 10 to 15 short, punchy quotes, 3 to 5 key takeaways, and 2 to 3 compelling story fragments. Step 3 requires you to assign a specific goal to each snippet, whether that goal is awareness, engagement, traffic, or lead generation. Step 4 is mapping each chosen snippet to the correct channel formats, such as a short post for LinkedIn or a quick vertical reel. Step 5 is where you batch create templates for the 3 repeatable formats: the simple quote, the listicle takeaways, or the condensed summary story. Finally, step 6 is to schedule everything out, test different variations, measure the results, and then double down on what performs the best. Now, let's break down those 3 core formats and really look at why they work so effectively on social media. Format number 1 is the quote video, which centers around just one single, highly compelling line taken directly from the interview. You want to keep this very short, ideally between 10 and 20 seconds. featuring big readable text on screen over a simple motion background. This is pure scroll-stopping feed content that works fantastically for pure awareness, because it doesn't even require the viewer to turn their sound on. It's perfect for teasing the full episode or for putting a single thought leadership line in front of the exact right audience. Format number 2 is the takeaways or listicle video, which usually runs for about 30 to 60 seconds in total length. Start this one off with an engaging intro hook sentence, and then visually show the 3 quick bullet points or actionable tips. These formats perform so well when your recording has clear, actionable points, because people inherently love content that is easy to consume and remember. This list format is perfect for LinkedIn and YouTube Shorts, but it also translates quite easily to Reels and TikTok with only minor adjustments. The third and final repeatable format is the summary or story video, which will be slightly longer, running about 45 to 60 seconds. This format presents one mini-story or a condensed, persuasive argument that was featured in the full original interview. Because it offers more context, this style is better suited for driving traffic toward the full video or perhaps a newsletter sign-up form. From just one single hour of webinar content, a smart allocation could easily generate 3 to 5 quote videos, 4 to 6 takeaway pieces, and 2 to 3 summary posts. That combination easily gives you a full month's worth of planned posts if you commit to publishing just 2 or 3 times per week. And yes, you can and absolutely should repurpose that repurposed content into slightly different angles targeting other specific audience segments. Now let's move into a practical demonstration of how I'd execute this workflow without requiring a heavy, complex editor. The first step is uploading your recording to an automated transcription service, which Vizard is capable of doing for you instantly. This immediately provides you with a searchable transcript that timestamps every single moment of your entire conversation. Next, you let the AI analyze that transcript to automatically surface the likely highlights, focusing on moments where energy peaks or phrases have high engagement potential. Vizard suggests specific clips and timestamps based on this analysis, which means you never have to manually hunt through 45 minutes of raw footage again. Step 3 is simply picking the handful of moments you like the most and using the auto-edit feature to create your initial draft clips. The tool automatically trims the footage, adds those crucial captions, and effortlessly formats the clip to the required square or vertical ratio. It also auto-generates all the necessary subtitles, saving you the entire manual time suck of timing them yourself. In step 4, you will select the appropriate template for each clip type you are creating, like quote, list, or summary. Templates save all your brand settings, colors, fonts, and logo placement so you can batch produce consistent posts. Step 5 involves using the content calendar or auto-schedule feature, where you pick your posting frequency and platforms. The scheduler will then slot those clips for you, which is fantastic for people who want regular posting without babysitting the calendar. Finally, step 6 is reviewing the analytics and iterating by keeping the top performing formats and tweaking CTAs. Now, about other tools. If you're already using Premiere, it offers ultimate control, but it is undeniably slow and expensive just for efficient social clips. iMovie works for small, quick edits, but you'll still be manually clipping highlights and writing captions from scratch. Some platforms only do templates or only scheduling, so piecing together many tools quickly becomes a major time sink. Vizard sits in the sweet spot because it automatically finds good clips, captions them, formats them, and then schedules them for you. You still maintain control, but you completely eliminate doing all of the heavy lifting. Here are a few tactical tips that genuinely help the content actually perform well in the feed. Captions are absolutely non-negotiable because the first thing people see when scrolling is always the text. Make sure your captions are bold, easily readable, and highly engaging. Always open with a soft hook, like a short question or a slightly provocative line to immediately stop the scroll. Make platform-native variations. Trim to 15 to 20 seconds for Instagram stories, 30 to 45 seconds for Reels or Shorts, and slightly longer for LinkedIn if you are driving a narrative. Use split CTAs. For awareness posts, you can leave the call to action off entirely or use a very mild brand plug. For traffic-driven posts, however, you must use a clear directional CTA like watch the full episode or link in bio. Finally, don't be scared to post frequently because organic reach is inherently noisy. Volume plus quality gives you more chances to be seen. What about leveraging content from seminars or in-person events? The method remains exactly the same. If you record a speaker on stage, you can pull a short punchy quote and place it over a B-roll clip or a still photo of the speaker. People consume that content perfectly fine without sound, and it looks completely native in their feed. If you don't want to perfectly sync exact timings, just use the transcript and place the quote visually over any clip or photo. It works surprisingly well. Here are a few simple examples you can steal for inspiration right now. For a quote, use big text over a blurred stage shot saying, if you're starting from 0, focus on clarity over frequency, with an optional CTA to watch the full talk. For takeaways, you can animate 3 bullets in 1. Plan your repurpose points, 2. Prioritize captions, and 3. Test your headlines. A summary example is a 50-second condensed story. We spent an hour discussing a repurposed framework, and here's the 60-second handbook. Then drive traffic to the long-form video. Lastly, remember that testing and templates are your absolute best friends in this process. Start with just a few templates and iteratively improve them by A/B testing different openers, caption styles, and CTAs. Once one style consistently performs well, you can scale it rapidly using the auto schedule and content calendar features. We'll wrap up with a crucial mindset shift. Treat every long recording like a true content asset, much like a report or a press release. It shouldn't be a single thing you just shove on YouTube and forget. It becomes a powerful source of weekly social posts, email snippets, and long-term discoverability. If you build this simple, repeatable process, you will shrink your recording to publish time from days down to just a few hours. If you want, I can walk through a specific recording with you and pull example clips, or I can share a template pack you can drop into your account to get started faster. Also, be sure to join our community group if you enjoy swapping templates and performance ideas. It's creators helping creators. All right, that's it from me. Go make something with that great interview you recorded last month. You'd be genuinely surprised how many powerful mini videos are hiding inside that single long file. See you on the calendar. And if you want those template files, just ping me and I will share them right away.